Republicans lying about the Mueller report? More than likely, yes, but then it doesn't surprise me if they are. They've made 18 extraordinary claims about what the special counsel concluded. Let's see if they're all right. 2 weeks ago, attorney inbred redneck Wham Barr issued a letter that characterized in terms favorable to 45 Special Counsel Robert Mueller's findings in the Russian investigation based on that letter and the ensuing Republican spin. The media reported that the investigation had largely cleared Trump, which it didn't. Which it had largely cleared 45, but it didn't. But what if these initial portrayals of Mueller report were misleading? What if the Republicans fed the press and the public a pack of lies? Until we see the report, we won't know what's in it, but we do know what Republicans have said about it, and eventually, unless it's buried forever, we'll be able to check these descriptions against the document. Here's a catalog of what 45 and his surrogates have said since Barr's letter came out. Some of these claims have been repeated uncritically by TV anchors, headline writers, and reporters. If the claims prove to be false, the media has a clear duty to acknowledge that the report is more damning than we were told. Number one, the report exonerates 45. The report is their White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney proclaimed in a CNN interview on March 31st. It completely exonerated the squatter, which it does not. 45. The White House and the Republican National 45. The White House and the Republican National Committee have used the same word. Vice President inbreeding redneck Mike Pence has twice called the report a total vindication of the squatter, which it also does not. The report rules out collusion, which it didn't. According to the spin promulgated by Republicans and parroted by reporters, Mueller didn't just fail to prove a conspiracy. He certified that no collusion took place. In a Fox News interview on March 24th, Republican chairwoman Ronna McDaniel, she's a fucking dumb cunt, attributed that verdict to the special counsel. The Mueller report and the findings of this report that say there was no collusion the next day, White House Press Secretary Fat Fuck Sanders concurred. They were incredibly clear in the report that there was no collusion, not just by the squatter, but by an American, no one on his team. At a press conference on March 25th, Senator Lindsey Graham, who's another dumbass, the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, assured the public that collusion was firm, without equivocation, that no one on the 45 campaign colluded with the Russians. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy, another dumbass. There has never been more thorough and in-depth research that we've had in the American government, and without a shadow of a doubt, it said no collusion. White House Counselor Smelly and Conja put the same words in Mueller's mouth. That's exactly what Director Mueller said. There was no collusion. There's no evidence of collusion. According to the 45 campaign, Mueller didn't just debunk the collusion myth. He found it was completely unsupported. The Mueller team came forward and said there was absolutely no evidence of collusion, said dumbass McDaniel. Dumbass Graham made the same assertion about the special counsel's report. Mueller said that there was no evidence of collusion between 45 or anybody in his campaign with the Russians, period. At a March 26th press conference, House Republican leaders called Texas Representative John Ratcliffe to the microphone to their summary of the report. The special counsel did issue one clear indictment. It said 45. It's an indictment of those folks who accused the squatter of conspiracy or colluding with Russia. As McCarthy, inbreeding redneck, House Republican Steve Scalise, and House Republican Conference Chairwoman Liz Cheney looked on. Ratcliffe averted that Mueller didn't just find insufficient evidence of collusion or conspiracy. He said there was no evidence. So there's like 18 of these things, and more than likely they're lying about a lot of this shit. I think, in my opinion, Mueller should have interviewed Cheeto, because for one, then Cheeto would have gotten himself in trouble there. More than likely that they're covering up for 45, so it's more than likely that's what they're doing.